In this video, I'm going to explain how green tea can actually be good. Kind of goes against my other green tea video, but green tea does have some benefit. So basically, green tea can actually help boost the brown fat, and the way it does that is that it actually reduces the toll-like receptor 4 on macrophages. But what that does is that it causes the macrophage to not react to lipopolysaccharides. If you have like gluten, which is in pizza, crackers, and a bunch of other junk foods, as a result of the lipopolysaccharides not being recognized by macrophages, that actually reduces the inflammation because the inflammation prevents the macrophages from being able to create brown fat. So basically, if there's inflammation going around, then brown fat can't be created because a toll-like receptor 4 activation, which is activated by gluten, is known to inhibit thermogenesis in brown adipose tissue. So by keeping toll-like receptor 4 inactive, brown fat can function normally. The way that brown fat helps in like cancer environments is that tumors hog up glucose, nutrients, maybe even amino acids and fatty acids. But brown fat actually hogs up all of the glucose, amino acids, so that the tumor cells and cancer cells have nothing to feed on, which means that they're not going to survive. Another thing that could help brown fat is omega-3 fatty acids like EPA, DHA, because that also reduces inflammation. Because if inflammation wasn't reduced, then there would be too much inflammation, and the brown fat wouldn't be able to form. So another thing that could help with brown fat is CLA, or conjugated linoleic acid in beef. So that can also increase mitochondrial biogenesis in bat, or for brown fat, which means that there's going to be more ATP for immune cells, because immune cells are a high energy demanding cell. So CLA may also modulate excessive brown fat activity, possibly preventing overactivation of brown fat. This is important because too much brown fat can actually take up tryptophan, or was it arginine? And immune cells need a tryptophan. So conjugated linoleic acid in beef helps reduce excessive brown fat. You don't want to completely reduce brown fat because it does have benefit. So basically, a CLA is a naturally occurring fatty acids found mostly in ruminant meat, also in dairy. Brown fat can actually consume arginine. That's why excessive brown fat is bad, and why it's good to have a beef in your diet. Because if arginine is being depleted, that means that there's going to be no nitric oxide, because arginine boosts nitric oxide. Nitric oxide also directly attacks tumors, so that's like a double whammy attack. So there's the immune cells attacking the tumor, and then there's also arginine, or nitric oxide from arginine attacking the tumor. So the depletion of arginine leads to less effective immune responses in the tumor microenvironment. Now, a good way to counter excessive brown fat is with the use of PGC1A, which boosts ATP, which means better immune system. And chocolate boosts PGC1A, especially dark chocolate or cocoa flavonols. So basically, a PGC1A is a key regulator of mitochondrial biogenesis, which means that you're going to have a lot more healthier mitochondria. So basically, the PGC1A improves the activity and the survival of the mitochondria within the tumor microenvironment, because the tumor microenvironment is very hostile, because it's filled with cancer cells and tumors. Something else that can help is especially if like you have too much brown fat exposure. Like let's say you live in a very cold environment and it's winter, you could probably have a lot of brown fat, and that's going to deplete arginine, and then the tumors are going to survive, which means that the cancer cells and tumors are going to be a lot more aggressive because there's not arginine to attack them, which means that your immune cells are going to have a harder time fighting off cancer. But what can really help them is astaxanthin in salmon. It's a very strong antioxidant, maybe even stronger than vitamin C, maybe even 600 times stronger, because it reduces oxidative stress in immune cells, which preserves their function even under tumor-induced metabolic stress. Because when the immune cells go in to attack the cancer cells, the cancer cells attack them too. Immune cells are attacked, so they have to be protected. So astaxanthin serves as a shield. Astaxanthin also helps bring out the calreticulin that the cancer cell tries to hide, so that the immune cells can see that they eat me signal, which is the CRT. The calreticulin that comes to the surface of the cancer cell acts as an eat me signal to the macrophage. And the macrophage recognizes that and then does a phagocytosis. And in combination with a conjugated linoleic acid from a beef, that's also going to help a lot too. So another piece is a flaxseed meal because it has a short-chain fatty acids. It's rich in fiber and lignans. So when fermented by a gut bacteria, this produces a short-chain fatty acid such as a butyrate, and this activates AMPK, which is it promotes catabolic processes that generate ATP for the mitochondria, also for immune cells, because the immune cells are going to be in a very hostile environment. Brown fat is going to be taking up a lot of arginine, which means that there's going to be less nitric oxide attacking cancer cells, which means that the immune cells are going to have less help. Also, AMPK also upregulates PGC1A, which is the main mitochondria booster and regulator. PGC1A also produces new mitochondria, or like regenerates them. So PGC1A leads to more mitochondria and enhances brown fat, which means that there's going to be more glucose hogging from the tumors, because cancer tumors like to use a glucose to grow, but the brown fat won't let that happen. So the brown fat will actually will hog up the glucose away from the tumor, making the tumor weaker. So you have that. So if the tumor is getting weaker because the brown fat is taking away its fuel, that there is also immune cells attacking the cancer cell. So basically, the cancer cell is rendered helpless or close to that because the brown fat is making it weaker. And even if the cancer cell can fight back, there's going to be astaxanthin as a shield protecting the immune cell from being attacked by the cancer cell. While the brown fat is making the cancer weaker because the brown fat is taking away its fuel. So it kind of makes it unfair for the cancer cell. That's the goal is to beat cancer. So that's the end of the video. If you have any more insights and any mechanisms, if you know any foods that help fight cancer, leave it below in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe.